a few tips to avoid scratching at the frog position. Now, how does that occur? If you place your bow on the string at the frog position, you have to know that the total weight of the bow is on the string, leaning on the string. But also, if you have a wrong right arm, if it's hanging a little bit, then also the weight of your right arm is leaning on the string. Now, unless you're playing really modern music or you are one of my students who really loves to do this, we don't want to hear that scratching, right? So, how to avoid it? Well, first thing you have to know is bow pressure and bow speed. They have to go hand in hand, bow pressure, bow speed. So if you have a lot of pressure and no bowing speed, slow bowing speed, you're gonna get this. If you apply a lot of pressure but your bowing speed is faster, then you get this. Perfect, right? Okay. Same thing is if you have very little pressure and much bow speed, you get that sort of flageolet sound. And if you want to play a soft tone, so very little bow pressure and slow speed, now that's the most difficult one, because how we're going to do that? Well, I can give you another tip. If you've placed the bow on the string flat with all the hairs on the string, it's going to be more difficult to get that tone. To get with a soft tone with a slow bowing speed. It always tends to give that. So what can you do? You can tilt the bow forward a little and look at my right wrist. If I do that, it comes up a bit, right? Okay. And now only a few hairs touch the string. Now it's going to be really easy. So I'm lifting the bow, tilting it forward a little bit, only a few hairs on the string, and there you go. But I mentioned the arm as well. So it's good to have the upper arm and the stick parallel to each other as much as possible. Go to the G string, elbow goes up. To the E, you see? That's what happens. So with the arm lifted a bit, you can lift the bow as well with the complete arm, with your complete body actually. Like that. You can feel it, lifting the bow. Now you have complete control. And the bow is tilted a little bit forward, so if I do a little pressure, if I give it a little pressure, then only a few hairs touch the string. But in the same position, if I give more pressure, then all the hairs are on the string. So I can keep the bow a little bit tilted. That's going to give me a lot of control. So soft, only a few hairs, and now I'm going to put pressure on it, all the hairs are on it, and then I have to increase the bowing speed. Until that. Get it? Okay, work with that. And of course, if you do long bows, if you go to the tip, if you go to the tip, you would increase a little bit pressure. And if you go from the tip to the frog position, you should diminish the pressure. Now the arm comes in and the elbow. I'm lifting the bow there. Got it? Now work with this on open string. Just play full bows, slowly, not too loud, so you can feel and control everything. This is how you do it. So the difficult thing is from the tip to the frog, a little bit pressure, and you diminish the pressure as you go up. And see my arm coming up, lifting the bow. There you go. And if you do it right, then I wouldn't be able to tell if you're at the tip or at the frog. So make it that we don't hear if you're playing at the frog or the tip. In the beginning you have this. Exaggerating, but just to make my point, right? So get the weight off the stick, off the bow at the frog position, and you do it with your arm. Your arm goes up a little bit, the elbow, and you're tilting the bow a little bit forward. Not too much, right? A little bit. And now the bow just hangs in your fingers like that. Hope you can see it. And then I can lift it. Be sure not to lift your shoulder. Don't do that. It's just the elbow, right? Just that. So your shoulder stays there. That's it. Okay, so practice this and you've got full control at the frog position.